first thing that is imperative to getting ready, get your baby. The baby supervision is the key part of this. And we're going to have a shower and make sure we get all of the day's or night's grime off of us and make us all ready and fresh for the day. Okay? See you in a sec. First things first, we're going in with literally the Broke Girls £5 Perfect Prep Primer from Primark. So we're going to put that all over our face, if I can remember how to open it. That's it, you want to go under your chin where a little bit of makeup is inevitably going to end up. This camera look very freckly. We have been away for a week, so in the sun in the Lake District, so maybe I have some freckles. What do you think? She does not care. I've always been told that you need to put your eyeshadow on first, because otherwise when you put your foundation on and then you put your eyeshadow on, it flakes onto your cheek and then you end up with like different colours in your foundation. It's not a good look. So to start with, I'm going to do like smoky golden eye, keeping it simple today. I'm going to be using the Revolution Fire palette, and my colleague is eating my other palette. And I'll be using the shades Adventure and Individual. So Adventure and Individual. For that, I'm going to go in with W7 Yummy Eyes Baked Eyeshadow. Again, Broke Girl store. And it's this lovely sort of shimmery beige colour, because you want a light base. So you want to go over, look at that shimmer. You want to go over your whole lid with this. Just realised I'm using the phone instead of a mirror. There we go. Excuse me, I don't want you dribbling on that. No. All right, here you go. Here you go. She wants to do her makeup too. So once you have that all over your lids, you want to kind of go up to your eyebrows as well, because we're not creating a sharp line, but you want to fade out. And I mean, we'll tidy it up later. So we're going in with the Adventure shade, which is a sort of peachy colour. And as you want to, for a smoky eye, you want it to be lighter on the inside, going darkest on the outside. So you want to get a good load of that, and you want to go about here because it's a mid-range. You see, it's not showing up very well on the camera, but it is kind of a different colour. There you go. You see the difference? So we're going to keep doing that on both eyes, and we're just going to blend it out so you have a nice contrast between the two, and I'll come back when I've done the other one. Before we go in with the Individual in that palette, we're going to use the W7 Queen Bee palette, which I'm assuming is a knockoff version of, yes, it's a knockoff version of some sort of Beyonce palette, I guess. So we don't actually have names for any of these, but I'm going to go for the beige here, the sort of browny beige, and I'm going to go for these two golds here. So again, a lot of these tutorials, they use this makeup palette, use this. Just use whatever fucking makeup you've got. Like, you don't have to be rich to look nice. Okay, so we're going to go with the lighter, more prominent gold. And you see we've got the two tones here. I'm going to put it just here. So it kind of fades out. And again, it can be messy because it's going to be tidied up after. If you wish, I would tend to put like a tiny bit just under my eye here. Again, don't worry if it spills down onto the cheek, we can wash that off after, but it really makes your eyes pop, especially if you've got brown or blue eyes. Someone's trying to eat my makeup brush. Okay, then we're going in with the darker gold, and you're going to do exactly the same. You're petering it out, so you're going to do it here. You see that difference? You want to be going from light to golden to dark. And again, you can overlap the previous colour as long as you don't get rid of it completely. It's fine. I mean, you might prefer to do your makeup very tidily. A lot of these things online say, you know, this is how you do your makeup and things. And I noticed that if I do it and it doesn't look exactly as, you know, it looks online, people think, oh God, like, you know, you think, well, this isn't what I wanted it to look like at all. Or it's not going the way that it did in the video or anything like this. But don't worry about it, because we're going to fix it and show you a realistic expectation. Okay, next I'm going to go for this golden brown colour. And we're going to put that right in the corner. There you go. And you want to sort of blend it up over, because you want the smoky look to come like that. There we go. See, there's some shades already. I don't have a ring light, so this might look shit, but I don't know. We will see at the end. And we do it on the other side. I'll come back to you when I've done it. Looking like an owl. Right, now we're going to go for Individual, which is the dark shade in this palette. So, I mean, if you want to go black, you can try it, but I think black's a bit too harsh, especially if you're doing golden colours. So go with the brown, and you want to just, whereas before you were using sweeping motion, now you're just doing a dabbing motion. So you're stippling it into your corner of your eye, and you don't want to go past the edge of the crease. You want to blend it up. Put a bit more on there because you really want it to get dark. You see it's starting to get there. Trust the process. Oh, my hair is being pulled. Okay, and when you think that it looks like you've blended it in enough, we'll do the other one and I'll come back. Blend that brown a little bit further down just so it looks a bit more fluid under your eye. Let's just try a little bit of gold on the inner eye. Just literally dab it on. If you have, I've seen people put like tiny bits of highlighter and things in the corner of their eye. It really makes your eyes pop because it can get quite dark in this gap here. And then we're going to tidy it up with a bit of lighter eyeshadow, and then we're going to go in with a wet wipe. My co-worker is not cooperating. So I think we're going to go back in with the Yummy Eyes, and we're going to just brighten up that inside. Better if you overlap the gold slightly, because it'll just look more of a fade. There we go. Right. It's probably not even, but it's even enough for me. I don't care. Right. Okay, by this point, your wet wipe, if like me, you put a lot of makeup on your eyes, your wet wipe's thoroughly destroyed. So you want to grab another one. My colleague back here has just fallen over. Are you okay? Hi. One sec, technical difficulties. Now we're going to do a swooping motion under the eyebrow, following the line of the eyebrow. So I will pull the wet wipe tight over my finger, like this, and you're going over and flick, over and flick. But you're going to do it pressing quite hard to get rid of the excess. My colleague's fallen over again. 1 minute. You have, and you can use any sort of bright eyeshadow you have. I've got this one. I don't really know what it's called. There's no name on it, and the lid just broke. So it's like a very, very pale champagne colour. I'm going to just use that to brighten this up. I know a lot of people like to use brushes, but being realistic, when you've got a baby, do you have time to do anything like that? No. Especially, you know, with having to wash them and stuff like that. It's just easier using your hand. I also find it's more pliable and you can feel where everything's going. So make sure you've got clean hands. And then, you're eating my makeup. Then you want to take a clean wet wipe, and first of all you're going to tidy up underneath the eyes. You don't want to take it all off, but you want to go close enough to the waterline so you just have a little bit there, maybe a bit less. And then with your eye, I think I would do a hard swipe up, like that. So you're going from the corner of your eye up to your eyebrow. And then right up onto your nose. There you go. See the difference? So I'll come back once I've done the other one. Right, so we are going to go over and under. So I'll get my fringe out of the way so you can see what I'm doing. Again, don't worry about the eyebrows, we'll tidy them up afterwards. So we start from the top of our nose, pressing hard, follow the line of the eyebrow, swish and flick, to quote Professor Flitwick. And we keep going until we have a nice sharp point here. So swish and flick. And then if you feel like it needs tidying up here, you can just go upwards again and then get rid of the excess off of here. So we should end up with something like this. See? And I'll come back when I've done the other one. See? Done both of them. Fairly even. We'll sort the fringe out in a minute. So now I think we're going to go in with the eyebrows and then we will tackle the eyeliner in a minute. Palette, we're using the Incredibrow brow kit from Collection from Boots, which is literally just 3 different shades. So I tend to go for the middle shade mixed in with a tiny bit of the darker shade usually when I've just dyed my hair, but because I've been out in the sun all week, I think my hair's looking a bit more ginger than normal. So we are going to just go with the middle shade, tiny bit on here, and we're just going to apply to the eyebrows. We're fluffing it up on the inside here because no one has a thick chunky eyebrow on the inside. Although I am not in a position to talk about eyebrows because, as my friends would say, I have bi-brows because I overpluck them by accident every single time and it just looks horrific. Hence my trusty eyebrow kit. So we're going to use this. We're going to just follow the shape of your brow naturally. We don't do really straight brows here. Again, might look a bit horrific. We'll tidy it up. And then we go in with the eyebrow mascara. Yay! And this just pulls it all together and shapes the eyebrow. See? It's the best we got, but frankly, being a mum, that's all we can do. By the way, with the pencil eyeliner, didn't have a brand. Again, I've had it years. I couldn't even tell you what brand it is, so I do apologise for that. Any eyeliner will work. Using the Collection Fast Stroke Long Wear Liquid Eyeliner. And let's go. You're going from the corner of your eye and you're going to follow that crease of the eye up. Don't go too far because it might look a bit over the top, but not that these eyes are anything, you know, subtle. But I will try. We will see. So you start at the inner eye and you go out. About that distance, I think is good. And then you do a triangle and come back in. So you're going to be doing a little triangle rather than going all the way to the edge of your eyeshadow. Again, apologise for the faces. Probably gone a bit too long on that, but you know what? Let's run with it. Instead of trying to draw it on that way, I like to pull the eyeliner along. Best chance that you're going to blink and mess it up. The actual eyelid has gone great. I'm going to get a wet wipe and just make that a little sharper. And I will show you in a sec. What do we think? Yeah? Right, we're going to go in with the other one. What do we think? We like? Yeah? Okay, cool. Now we're going to go in with the concealer. For concealer, usually I would use number 7 Lift and Illuminate, but I've run out. So we are using Broke Girl's Second Skin Enhancing Concealer from number 17. A colleague has come back to join us. So we start by putting a little bit under the eyes, and you want to make it so you can really tidy up that flick and it's nice and quick, but you want to leave a gap because you're going to blend that into the gold so you get a nice gradient from the gold down. I know that all the beauty blogs say, you know, put your concealer in specific places. If I'm being, no, get my beauty blender out your mouth. If I'm being honest, I just put it wherever there's redness, and I have seen, however, if you do like a triangle shape under your eye, it's supposed to lift your cheekbones. So we will be doing that. And the idea is that you leave it on for a few minutes. Not sure why, but I saw somewhere that if you leave it on for a few minutes, it's supposed to like set or something, and then it's easier to blend, or it covers more when you blend it. Also, I am just going to go in like this and just tidy up those eyebrows. You don't want to go underneath, stop it. I'm trying to eat my concealer. You don't want to go underneath the eyebrows because obviously you don't want to ruin that lovely crease that you've done. Recognise this, mums. Can't do anything without Mrs. getting involved. Or yep. We have baby here, so we're going to try and do this again, multitasking. So you're going to get your beauty blender, soak it in water first, because if you don't, any product that you put on it is just going to be absorbed and you're wasting product. Also, you get a nicer finish if you soak it with water. So it should grow to about 3 times the size. Our concealer has been on for a little while now, so I'm going to just, starting with the eyebrows, just gently pat it out. Again, you don't want to go too close to this flick. I'm very sorry about the graphic noises that are going on down there. You don't want to get too close to the flick because you don't want to have to redraw it. If you do, just redraw it. You want to bring this down. And focusing on any red spots, blend that upwards into your eye. It's okay. Again, this is very orange on me because it's not a concealer that I usually use. I usually use the Colour Match by number 7, but we don't have that because we broke. So, got a little bit of a thing there, but almost there. There we go. So this is how we should be looking. And I'm going to go in with my foundation now, so you can use any foundation that you want. I'm going to be using number 7 in Calico or White Birch, whichever one's paler, because I'm usually pale as fuck. Once we look like we've been in an unfortunate accident, we are going to blend it out. Again, there is no finesse to this, other than making sure you don't destroy that wing. And you should notice now how easy it goes on if you've got a wet blender. Hot or cold water does not matter. I go with cold just because it's easier. You can see it's starting to come together. Always make sure you blend down into your neck. The amount of times I see people on social media that just have like their face covered and then their neck's a completely different colour. We do not want that. So, unfortunately, I do not have a ring light, so I'm not actually sure how much of this you can see, but, you know, we'll post the results when we're finished. Once we have done that, we are going to go in with the Rare Beauty Positive Light Liquid Luminizer, which is this little pink thing here. It's basically like a cross between a blusher and a highlighter. So we are going to put that in like a diagonal motion up our cheekbones, because it makes you look, if you put it in a ball on your cheek, it makes your face look round. If you put it like this, it should make your face look more angular. And I will also put a little bit just coming down my nose. and a little bit on the chin. We're going to blend that in with our beauty blender again. Okay. Work quickly so you're not left with a line. You should just have a little bit of glow, see? Now, I used to put powder foundation on, but like use a brush. I've discovered recently that if you use a pad or a puff or whatever it's called to pat it on, looks so much better. So we're going to do that because I forgot. We're going to go in with bronzer. So this is just the Perfectly Bronzed Dual Bronzer from number 7. Love my number 7. Again, we're broke, so brush is broken, but we're going to keep going with it. Tap it off, and again you're going to do fish lips, and you're following that angle up that you did with the highlighter. So immediately gives you a sharper face. So we're going to curl that round up here, and we're going to make like a heart shape on our forehead. And we're going to blend that out towards the jaw. See? We'll do the same on the other side. So the idea is it should go like that. You're coming down in the middle so your forehead doesn't look so big and flat, trust me, I know. And this just stops, if you come down these bits, it just stops your face looking really flat. Okay, and then I like to go down the corners, down the sides of each nose just to make my nose a bit thinner. So we pinch the brush like this, and we just go down sides like this, and then we blend it out. And also, if you come around the ends of your nose like this, follow the shape of your nostrils, it just ends up giving you a bit more of a cute button nose and a little bit underneath. There you go. Next thing we're going to do a triangle under your chin. So you're coming like this with a point right under your chin. It'll make your neck look thinner and longer. It also helps, like me, your face blurring into your neck. Go up towards your ear. You want to blend it kind of onto the face so it's not just a sudden sharp stop. I'm going to blend it down, and on the other side. Again, I always use the same brush for this sort of thing. My co-worker's gone to sleep. And then you'll be looking snatched. Go in with the number 7 Ultimate Look Finishing Powder, which again, broke girl. And these little puffs that I bought on Amazon. You get like 6 for £5 or something. So before, I used to use kind of like a brush like this, and I just dab it on. That makes you look a bit powdery, makes you look dry, basically. This, I've discovered, helps. So you want to coat your puff, and you want to press it into your skin. So I'm going to leave a gap where I've contoured, and I'll use a brush in a minute to help with that. But I am just pressing. Make sure you go under the eyes. Keep pressing. You want to do the forehead. I'm always torn with makeup because I've been told, you know, you should only press your powder into bits that you want not to be shiny. and like apparently you want some bits of your face to be shiny. I don't get it. I don't agree with that. I think you should just do whatever you want to do. It helps when your little one has fallen asleep, like now. Hello. Because then it means you can actually get on with stuff. So again, taking the brush that you used for your contour, I'm going to just bring that back. And just so it's not so pale, again, we'll go around the nose, but not putting any extra product on it because you don't want to look ridiculous. And then I get whatever this brush is, don't actually know what it's called. Don't know what it's for, but I use it as a blending brush. So we are going to just do upward strokes just to get rid of any excess powder. Again, like this, trying to blend the contour into your face rather than it just being smacked on there. Okay, I think I'm going to go back in with the eyebrows again because I've made my eyebrows a bit pale, so I'll be back in a sec. Bad considering I don't have any eyebrow on this side. So we're going to go in with the highlighter now. So again, Broke Girl number 17, Lights On highlighter powder. And using a very fan flat brush, I'm just going to get a bit on the product and the thing, shake it off. And then I always start with going across on my nose. Gives you a little bit of glow. Down on your nose. Bit on your chin. Basically all the pointy bits that stick out you want to look glowing. And then we go up again. It's very important with all your makeup, if you want your face to look more angular, to go up. If you want your face to look more round, you centralise your makeup and make it more round. There we go, let me do this one. I've got product all over my daughter. You don't care, you're asleep. Okay, a little bit on my forehead just to, you know. Mascara. So I'm going to use again, Broke Girl, W7 Lengthening Mascara. Also, if you put it under your brush and you wiggle it from side to side, it's supposed to put more makeup on your lash. Again, I apologise for the ridiculous faces I'm making. So again, lower lashes, give it a little bit of a wiggle. You don't want to press too hard because you're not trying to push the lash onto the skin, which means that you'll have to redo all the makeup. I'll fix this. One thing I will add, if you get a cheap mascara that you see, but you have a favourite brush, keep the favourite brush because you can use it to dip in the mascara and get the same application that you like. So you're paying less money for the actual mascara, but you're still getting the application that you want. Okay, I will also, with the brush that came with it, go over the top. I will just make sure that the lashes are thoroughly coated. Right, and now I'm going to tidy up this. Looking up. So now we're going to go in with Collection Blush. Again, I always use these little fan brushes. And this time we are going to go in a little bit of a singular ball, but we are flaring it up again, so you're continuing with that. Diagonal. I'm going to do that, not too much because you don't want the pink and the gold to not complement each other. You want to go for the look, you can go a bit on the nose. Tiny bit on the chin, just to add a bit of colour to the rest of the face. And I'm going to sort my fringe, and we're going to do the lipstick. Lipsticks, I tend to overlap them. We're going to use number 7 Stay Perfect Lip Pencil in the shade, dunno, pink, like a natural pink. Make sure your hands are clean because you do not want to have done all this and then put your hand on your face and find out you've got eyeshadow or eyeliner or something on your face. So start in the centre of your lips and work your way out, just for the top bit, and then when you get down here, start in the corner and go up it just gives you more of a controlled curve. So that's not helpful. I tend to do a little semicircle like that. Hi. You don't want your Cupid's bow too big because it will look ridiculous, frankly. And there's the whole saying lips or eyes. I know in today's fashion and stuff, it can be lips and eyes and stuff, but I try not. You don't want it to be too much because you just don't want it to be too much. Thank you for the help. It helps to blink onto it. Okay, colour it in a little bit. And again. MB. No clue what that is, but it's like a lip crayon. My makeup, again, you see all these influencers that have got spotless makeup and things, and mine's very tatty and very old. But this is broke girl makeup, so it's fine. So this is like a nice kind of pinky shade. I don't tend to just use the makeup that, the lipstick that I get in the shade. Like, this is too pink for this look. So I will always overlap them. So this is Luster. Again, this is just from Primark. Smells amazing. Smells like coconut. And I'm going to go over the top. It just brings down the pinkiness and gives us more natural tone. And then there we go. Right, I'm going to find some earrings, maybe take my hair out of these, and we will see how it looks. Here's what it looks like. I have got wet hair still, because frankly, who has time to dry their hair when they have a baby? But what do you think? What do you think? All that work for such a little review. But yeah, anyway, I hope that this helped you. And yeah, I hope to do some more videos in the future.